Hey y'all. Okay, so today's card pull. Apparently, I was rambling too much for the powers that be because I just did a whole intro and I deleted it while shuffling the cards, which means that wasn't the right thing to be sharing. So let's get into what we should share, which is today's card pull. If you're curious about the cowries in the picture featured, I do cowrie readings only for like yes, no questions. It's the four shell reading. I believe some people refer to it as Dilogun. I was just taught how to do it and not necessarily what it's called. But yeah, so I'm not a 16 calorie reader. I may be one day, not sure, but for today, I do really like the calorie shells for yes, no questions. I also do pendulum readings for that as well, in case anybody ever needs that. But the cards are definitely for my more in-depth readings. So let's see what the cards have for us today. And now y'all saw me shuffle, right? I just sat here and shuffled and did all of this, and it is forgiveness. Maybe it's me. Is there someone I'm holding a grudge against that I need to forgive? Is there something I'm not forgiving myself for? Or is it one of y'all that is watching and has been watching for 3 days and this card is coming up again? So real quick, 'cause I'm not going to give a whole lot of energy to the same card, y'all. You can definitely watch the other ones where I talk about forgiveness, but this was the first card I pulled in the live reading, I believe, 2 days ago. And then yesterday when I was doing the readings, I think forgiveness came up. And now this is the first card I'm pulling today. So y'all, this is all about forgiveness. And compassion. And I think that forgiveness and compassion are what we really need in spades right now. This is going to be a very frustrating time. Especially since we are a society that is so constantly in motion, self very much included. So I think it's just a reminder to be gentle with each other and be gentle with ourselves during this time. I have to be honest, the idea of staying home is kind of super awesome to me, and I am so grateful to all the powers that be that for today that's my reality. And for those of y'all that don't know my story, there's so many of them, but I've come a long way, gone through a lot of therapy, which also helps with forgiveness. Okay. I think that gratitude is a really good way, a really good gateway to forgiveness as well. Just gratitude for what you are able to recognize as being blessings and things. I don't things of that nature. I can hear my mom being like, things of that nature. Stop being mealy mouth. Stop using superfluous, like just words that are not needed. All right, this one's sticking out. Let's see what it is. Crone of Wind. This is actually a card that my friend Jill had a lot of questions about because apparently her screen froze while I was shuffling on that live stream. And this was the card that was frozen. Like this is what was showing while I was shuffling. Crone Visionary. Okay, so I love the crones. The crones are the elders. Okay. And when I think of the crones, the elders, first and foremost, I'm thinking about levity and I'm thinking of a sense of humor. Okay. The reason I'm thinking of those things is because I've noticed that when I'm around elders, they're usually very humored about whatever it is that I'm freaking out about right now. Why? Because they've already lived through all of it, and they came out the other side. And so that levity, I think it's something that we need right now in spades. This is definitely a time to connect with the crones in your life. The elders, period, regardless of gender expression. Not only to make sure they're okay and to see if you can be of service in any way, but also just to gain some perspective. Now, as far as Crone Visionary, it's a wind card. So wind is cerebral. It has to do with mindset and your thought process. When Crone Visionary shows up, first of all, you see that she is looking straight ahead, and she's got her third eye, like this is like an eagle eye type situation, laser sharp on the future, looking straight ahead, not looking down, not looking back, just being very, very clear there has to be this forward momentum, even in times of stasis. Now, as far as the egg she is holding, what I love about this is the egg is expecting, right? It's the expectation of something to come. But if you'll notice, while she's holding the egg, she's cradling it. It's definitely firmly within her grasp. She's not focused on it. She's not staring at it, waiting for it to hatch and see what's going to happen, what's going to come of it. She's still focused. Her eyes are still up and ahead. What that means to me is this is a time to hold space for possibility. This is also a card that talks about patience. And this is not that irritating patience where people are just like, patience is a virtue, and you just want to punch them in the face. This is patience that looks just like holding space for things and continuing to be present for what's actually happening in your life now as you are expecting things to come. So it's the difference between waiting and holding space. Okay. To me, holding space means your life is still going on and you're still 100% present for it. Even if you know something's coming. But if it's something, as most things are, that we are powerless about, then absolutely the objective is to keep your eyes forward and just let time do what time does, which is untangle things. Okay, so those are that's the pull for today. I hope that didn't completely undo my reading with Jill tomorrow because that's the card you want to know about, but it came up, so apparently that's what needed to be shared. If you want a reading, there's information, of course, right here below screen. Go to legacyhealing.org. It'll give you all the information, the prices. You can inbox me. And also, there's a link. If you go to legacyhealing.org, there's a link to my Purple Door Grigri store at that page. And legacyhealing.org is a lot quicker than purpledoorgrigri.etsy.com. That's also the website. But a lot of people don't know how to spell Grigri. So there you have it. Just go to legacyhealing.org and it'll get you to my website where you can get super cute Nina Simone earrings. Okay. You can get your own altar doll of Voodoo Queen Marie Laveau. I've got my Grigri girls hanging out with me today. And real quick, Grigri girls, and I have mine hanging out on my purse. Okay. Can I talk about how the way that my business is set up, I only make things I want. So I would be my own best patron. So I guess it's good that I make this stuff. So what a Grigri girl is, and she done lost her earring, y'all. I know D'Artagnan was with me when I lost it. Then I found it. I gotta remember where it is. Anyway, what the Grigri girls are, and let's first of all talk about what Grigri is. Okay. So Grigri is usually like a tangible talisman and amulet. And it can be, it's said to bring protection, to bring magic, etc. And so my Grigri girls are keychains that are super cute, okay? And I packed them. Mine is actually packed with, she's got lemon verbena for protection, and she has got sassafras for wealth. There are Grigri girls that attract love, Grigri girls that are road openers, etc. And so you can also, of course, get the Grigri girls over at, just go to legacyhealing.org and there'll be a link to Purple Door Grigri on that page. What else? I think that's pretty much it, y'all. I've really been enjoying running around with all the things that I've been making. And if you want the hookup, just feel free to head on over to legacyhealing.org and I will see you there. And I will be pulling another card tomorrow. Like, share, subscribe. Ashe, ashe, asheo. Thanks, y'all.